Subway Surfers, one of the most well-known mobile games with over 1 billion downloads. Chances are, if you own a smartphone, you've played it before. But have you ever wondered what it's like in first person? Let's find out.
Let's get started by creating a new Unity project. Now let's add our favorite beam, or capsule if you prefer that. And there we go! And just because I'm lazy, I'm gonna use this first person controller, which is totally done by myself and definitely not copied from someone else. After a few tweaks we have movement, but in order to make it feel like Subway Surfers, we need to change this to a 3-lane movement style. The character will run by itself and you will be able to change lanes, jump and slide. Adding a roll could also work, but I don't want any of you getting motion sickness when constantly doing this.
Good, we can control the player, but in order for it to feel like Subway Surfers, we need some trains. This is no good. I can model some basic train tracks, but modeling an entire train is beyond my ability. I guess it's time to call our 3D artist.
Stop.
Hey man, you think you can model some trains for our next YouTube video?
Don't worry, I got you.
In the meantime, what do you say? Wanna grab lunch?
Do I ever? Let's go!
Hi, can I get an order?
Can I get
2 number 9s, a number 9 large.
Okay, we're back. Razvan is still working on the trains, but in the meantime we can import this awesome 3D models pack from Polygon and get started on the levels. I really like how this first level turned out. It's like you're in Night City.
If I need your body, I'll fucking...
Oh, look! The train models are done. Nice. I'll just write a short script to make the train move towards the player. In order to have a proper runner game, we need an endless level. Luckily, we can make a fake level generator by having a bunch of prefabs with levels and always picking a random one when the player reaches the end. This works perfectly, but it looks like performance isn't great. Let's have a quick look at statistics. 10 million triangles? Holy sh**! That's some bad performance right there. Almost as bad as over 97% of you guys not being subscribed to our channel. Seriously, what the hell are you guys doing? After trying to use occlusion culling, which had some decent results, I realized that it's probably not gonna work when the levels are instantiated at runtime. Let's see what else we can do. Oh right, we can use LOD groups. Once the object is far away from the camera, it gets culled completely. You can see some objects pop out on the screen, but it's not that noticeable. This is as good as it's gonna get performance-wise. I really like the way it's starting to look, but something is still kinda bland. You know what we need? Post-processing. Let's add some good old bloom.
One of the most satisfying things to do in Subway Surfers is collecting coins. Sounds easy enough. Just create a little prefab, add a coin model and those lines of code. Spawning coins in a straight line is quite easy, but we also need to spawn them in this cool arc for jumping over obstacles. And as you might have guessed, I don't remember anything from the math classes from high school. Here's a great idea. We don't even need to do all those complicated calculations. We can just sample an animation curve and set the height of each coin that way. The only thing left to do is to adjust this based on the player run speed. Now this wouldn't be a Subway Surfers clone if it didn't have a big fat cup, just like your mom. Let's see what we can do. I found this website which actually contains the models from the game? I mean, come on, I can't just use this. It's probably copyrighted and taken straight from the... Say hello to Police Officer Chonky, and he looks absolutely terrifying. Let's add a secret way to turn around so you can look at him. Okay, this should rotate the camera behind. Oh boy, what is going on?
Helicopter, helicopter!
Why are rotations always so hard? Anyway, after some more trial and error, it finally works. We can now look behind. He just looks so cursed flying behind you in a T-pose. This is perfection. I know another high quality game which does this. Now it's time for the fun stuff. Let's add some power-ups. I'm gonna add the original 4 power-ups from Subway Surfers. The magnet should be pretty easy to implement. All we need is a big collider that we turn on once you pick up the magnet. The sneakers are even easier, as all I have to do is to increase the jump speed while the power-up is active. As for the score multiplier, wait a second, we don't even have a score yet. Okay, now that I have a score, I can simply increase the score multiplier. The jetpack is gonna require a bit of coding. It's starting to take shape, but we are still moving kinda slow. And when the power-up ends, you can get stuck inside buildings. I ended up deleting the current level and spawning a new one whenever your jetpack ends. To make this less noticeable, I'm gonna add some clouds using Unity's particle system. We also need to spawn coins in the air while the jetpack is active. That means even more coding. There it is! It's beautiful! The coins are spawning perfectly, but why the f does this happen while picking up coins in the air? Don't try to make Subway Surfers! It's hard.
There is one more thing we forgot to do. Up until now, you couldn't lose the game. I mean, you could get hit by a train and fall through the map, but there's not really a proper way to die. First, let's make it so that the player actually dies when touching a train or obstacle. The player uses Unity's built-in character controller, which if you didn't know is kinda ass. It's alright until you want a collision with another moving object.
Bruh.
We'll need to add some forces that push the player when the train hits you. That's gonna be hard to do with Unity's character controller. I know, let's see if ChatGPT can help me. To add physics to a character controller in a game, you need to remove the existing character controller. I could have done that myself. I guess there's no other way. That means it's time to... This took quite a bit of time to make. I could try explaining what I did, but you know, physics are hard and the important part is that now collisions should work.
We can still improve the look of the game. Let's add some visual effects. I'm gonna add a cool light effect for picking up the coins, just like in Subway Survers. Drag this boy over here and... nothing happens? Oh, it's because the object gets destroyed, of course, you dumbass. Okay, let's see it in action. It's kinda annoying. I don't think it really works in first person. Maybe we need a different VFX. And... this also looks like crap. I think it's all just a waste of time. It turns out that pickup visual effects just don't look good in first person view. So I think we'll scrap the idea altogether. Sorry Unity particle system, it's not your fault. It just wasn't meant to be this time. Maybe we can do something else instead. Let's make the screen red when you hit something. I have no idea how to do that, so I'm just going to copy it from our other project. Lastly, let's add screen shake as well. Okay, maybe not that much screen shake. Now we need some cool sound effects for the game, but I have no idea how to create sounds. Let's import this pack and see what we can find. I need a sound for when the player gets hurt. Voice girl, 4-year-old hurt?
FBI, open up!
Yeah, that's not really what we need. Now we just need to add the sounds to the game. This is pretty good. Sound instantly changes the way a game feels.
I can't hear you! The music's too f***ing loud! The game is almost done. We need a main menu and I have the perfect idea. See this? Looks good, but there's one more thing which will make everything 100 times better. Making the scene feel alive. Now that's more like it. Let's add menu buttons. I don't really like this, so let's get these futuristic buttons, cut them in paint.net and change the scene a little bit. Since you need to do something with the coins, let's add upgrades for the power-ups. There we go! Okay, who am I kidding, it looks terrible, but it will have to do. And just like that, the game is done. Here's what the final gameplay looks like. I know this took way longer to make than it should have, but I think it turned out great. So if you like this video, you can also like this video? That sounds so bad. You get the point. We also made the graphics intensive version that will melt your PC. It looks even better, but it doesn't run in browser. And as usual, you can try out the game for yourself on itch.io. Link is in the description. If you enjoyed this video, why not check out this other video where we made the game in Godot in 12 hours as total noobs.